Hey everybody.
Hi everybody.
Welcome back to the cooking spot, year 2022.
Yay.
Chef, can you admit Cindy Cavazos, please? With me today is Chef Liz.
Hi everybody.
We are gonna celebrate, anybody have an idea? Valentine's Day, right? It's in 2 weeks, 10 days, 14 days, 15 days, okay? If you don't have a Valentine, get yourself some chocolate. You deserve it. So today we're going to be talking about chocolate. We're going to do a couple of things. Chef Liz is the designated person for chocolate stuff, okay? I'm just here to try everything. And so far, everything's pretty good. So we're going to guide you to how easy it is to make chocolates, right? And then you do some of this in your chocolates and confection class?
Yes.
So if you want to register for chocolates and confection, that is a class that fills up super fast. I wonder why, because they make candy bars. So make sure that you guys look out next time registration's open, or that or look at your degree plan. That way you know how to sign up for the class and take this cool course. We're gonna run you through some quick things. And Chef Liz, do you want to tell them what we're gonna do and our first steps?
Awesome. So like Chef Nadia said, we are going to be making all kinds of chocolates today. Chocolate is a very diverse world and so much fun to do. Of course, if you're in a professional setting or even if you're at home, you can still make tempered chocolate at home. We're going to show you how to use candy melts, which are very popular right now to use to make various little molded chocolates, hot cocoa bombs. So the first thing that we're going to do is talk about tempered chocolate. So what is tempered chocolate? What is that process? What does it mean?
Temper, like I have a temper?
Sure.
So it's angry chocolate?
Yes, it's angry chocolate. Yeah. So we are, tempering chocolate is basically the controlling of the temperature of your chocolate, the rise and the fall. There's several stages of tempered chocolate. The first stage is the melting stage. The next stage is the crystallization stage, and then the final stage is the working stage. So within those stages, you have to melt your chocolate down, which is the first stage. You have to get your chocolate to the temperature of 120 to 130 degrees. The next stage, which is the crystallization stage, you have to get your temperature to 82 to 84 degrees. And then the final stage, which is the working stage, that's the stage that you can work with the chocolate, fill your molds, fill your candy bar molds, or do any kind of garnishes. That has to get to 86 to 89 degrees. And then depending on the type of chocolate, those degrees of temperature change. So today we're working with dark chocolate. So all those temperatures we're going to be using today. There's various methods of tempering chocolate. You could do tempering chocolate with a bain-marie, which is a double boiler. You could do seeding method, which is the easiest and the one that we're going to do today. So we're taking melted chocolate and adding chocolate that is not hot to the melted chocolate to cool it down to those crystallization stages so that we can start working with it and garnishing. And then the final method is a tabling method. That's pouring your chocolate onto either a marble surface or a colder surface to cool it down and agitating it at the same time.
This table's pretty cold.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
All right.
The kitchen's pretty cold today, so things are gonna set pretty fast.
Woo! Set it and forget it.
Yes. So today we're making, again, the bonbons. We're gonna make hot cocoa bombs and...
hot cocoa bonds. How many of you bought a hot cocoa bond for Christmas? Raise your little hands if you bought a chocolate ball, right? Those things that melt. Mira? 1, 2.
Everybody.
Sweet. Awesome. Cool. 3, 4. Okay. Awesome. So we talked a lot about stages, right? We talked about stage 1, crystallization, working.
And then the melting.
And then the melting, right? And we're going to go through them. We should get to them now. Very, very important. Tempering is so important to chocolate because I don't know if you guys have ever tried to make chocolate. I know I have. I don't follow the rules. And then my chocolate is sweaty, right? That's common. So every time, you get someone's homemade something and the chocolate's sweaty, that means that they did not follow the stages of degrees of heat that we're going to try to make sure that you leave with here today, okay? So that's very important. I think the sweet spot is, you said 84 and 89 degrees
For
for molding.
molding, it's 86 to 89.
86 to 89. So if you want to make cute little candies, which I might, okay, like little molds. This one has a heart and ¿qué es esta? Como la flor by Selena right here. If you want to make cute little candies and you want to buy chocolate, you have to get it to 86 to 89 degrees before you mold it, so it could be stable.
Yeah, it'll be nice and shiny and smooth. If you were to just melt down chocolate right now in its natural state, it's going to be more brittle, it's going to be dull in color, but when we get into that working stage, you'll have a nice shiny appearance for your chocolate.
Woo!
Okay, so
I like shiny chocolate. Say shiny chocolate chihuahuas 5 times. That's a hard one. All right.
Okay, so now we're going to start tempering chocolate. I have a bain marie going.
Woo!
This is a pot with some hot water. Okay. Thank you.
Woo! All right.
I'm just going to put my chocolate on.
Now, can we do this on the microwave, chef?
You can do it in the microwave.
What? I can do it in the microwave?
Yes, you can do it in the microwave. You just need to make sure that you're again controlling the temperature.
Oh, because I can overheat it.
Yes.
Okay, so I do like 30 seconds by 30 seconds.
Yes. Once your chocolate is melted, you can temp it, and that's how you'll really know when the first stage of melting, that it's about that 120 to 130 degrees.
I think my other chocolate's set. Should I pop them out over there?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! All right. So, what are y'all's favorite chocolates out there in the world? Kit Kat, Snickers. Can I get some answers? Reese's. Three Musketeers. So, what is Three Musketeers? It has what? Caramel inside? It's just a chocolate coated.
Musketeers is like a cream, like a chocolate cream or like a nougat. Yeah.
Almond Joy.
Almond Joy. All right.
Milky Way is the one with the caramel inside.
Milky
right?
Way is the one with the caramel. Musketeers is, oh, what is it? Is it like a mousse?
Kind of like a mousse or nougat.
Nobody said payday.
Payday, caramel and peanuts.
Oh, we have some of that. We have some toffee right now. That's so cool. So cool. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, let's talk about chocolate history, right? While Chef Lizette is melting this chocolate. It is said that Hershey's is going to run out of chocolate by, oh, okay. That Hershey's is going to run out of chocolate by 2033. Okay? We are going to run out of chocolate. We are going to go into depletion of the cacao production at the rate that we're going now. Okay? If you remember, chocolate's one of the most, or cacao pods are one of the most ancient ingredients of all times, right? They are native to the Americas. And Chef Ruben, am I on? Okay, I've been looking at the chocolate this entire time. All right. So it's been one of the most ingredients that we've had for a long time. And now to think that we are going to deplete it is kind of scary, right? Because everybody loves chocolate. So why? What's happening, right? Remember, when we're thinking about culinary, we can't just think about technique. We have to think about sourcing our ingredients, right, for the future. If I decide to open up a chocolate shop and I don't understand the chocolate market, then I'm in a different position, right? So why are we depleting our chocolate resources? So where does chocolate come from other than Mexico? Anyone? Anyone have an idea? Where does chocolate come from other than Mexico, Ecuador? Someone said something? Loida, you said something? Colombia, yep, that's one area. Largest producer of chocolate, of cacao pods. There's one specific country. It's not in Latin America. Do you know, Chef Liz? Chef Liz doesn't even know. Go, Chef, where is it? Say it.
You go.
Chef Ruben, where's the largest production of chocolate? Which country?
France.
Ghana?
Ghana.
France?
France.
Someone said France? Where did you say?
Ghana.
Ghana? Nope. Close. The Ivory Coast. Okay. 83% of
Mel said Africa.
Africa. Mel, where's Mel at? Awesome, Mel. Yes, Africa, but specifically the Ivory Coast. Okay. The Ivory Coast produces 83% of the world's chocolate, cacao, right? What's happening in the Ivory Coast besides climate change? There's political instability, right? Rivalries. And most importantly, people are not growing cacao pods, cacao beans anymore, because a cacao farm takes a lot more water and produces very little. Okay, so I grow, let's say 3 acres, and maybe I get an acre's worth of chocolate. So what people are doing, they're growing rubber trees, right? Rubber trees make tires, make plastics, make whatever, because it's the same soil that can produce a really good rubber tree. And guess what? When I put 3 acres of rubber trees, I can harvest all 3 acres. So people are saying, no, pues, me sale más el rubber tree, right? And that is why we're depleting chocolate. All right, and that's where the future is going. Now, these other countries like Ecuador, Guatemala is another one. They do make small batch productions, but then you're going to see your chocolate prices go up. But chef, I can know because I go to HEB and they always have the 3 for 3s, right? The 3 for 3s. Guess what? It's not real chocolate. Okay? No, but chef, what you mean? My Twix isn't real chocolate. What is it, Chef Liz? What's Twix?
Twix is basically like kernel oil and these melting chocolates. So hydrogenated oils added to
Hydrogenated
cocoa
oils?
powder.
Okay, what's your chocolate look like? Stop talking about sad stuff. We're here for candy.
Our chocolate is nice and smooth and melted.
Woo!
Check the temperature to make sure. Oh, I'm gonna check the temperature to make sure it's at 120.
It's so shiny.
It is really shiny.
Okay, 120, 92, 95, 98. So we're looking for 120 first, right?
Mm-hmm. It's cold, so it cools down pretty fast.
Are we there? 105.
105. Not there.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I have to tell you the truth, but this is business, right? It's business. All right? It's business. So, really cool, awesome thing that we did here at STC. We are going to have a guest speaker February 1st, and guess what he does? Anyone have an idea? 21st? Did I say the 21st? I said the 23rd? 21st? February 21st? Guess what he does? Thelma, you say something. What did she say? Yeah! He owns a chocolate shop in Brownsville, okay? Raw Chocolate. You can drill him about all questions chocolate. I just had the pleasure of going over there this Saturday and trying some truffles, and he does everything in-house. And so if you're in the Brownsville area as a student, I suggest you go. And I think we're gonna work on getting him to be one of our internship partners. Because I mean, he does this, but like all day, every day times 100. So the Instagram page is Raw Chocolate, if you want to look at that Instagram page. But all right, let's get back to our chocolate. Woo! You're not off camera.
I will learn how to get into my phone. Okay, so our chocolate has melted and it is at 120 degrees. Now's the point where we're going to be seeding our chocolate, which is taking that cold chocolate and adding it to our hot chocolate to bring it to the temperature of the cold chocolate.
Wait, what?
Okay. What was that?
So seeding, that's another term, right?
Yes.
So we just tempered.
Yes.
Now we're seeding.
Well, we melted our chocolate.
Oh,
so
melted.
tempering is the method of getting it to the crystallization.
Okay, gotcha. So melt it. Now we're seeding.
Yes.
Sweet.
Seeding
Okay.
the chocolate.
Oh, awesome. So you're taking a little bit of cold chocolate into the
Hot chocolate.
hot to make
To
it
make it, to get it cool.
to get it cooler. All
Does
right.
everybody remember what the temperature for crystallization was, which was the second stage? You have to get it to 82 to
What's-
84 degrees.
We'll send you a chocolate. Oh my God, I don't even want to show them, Chef. I'm not going to show them.
Okay.
Okay, so 84 to
82 to 84 degrees
82 to 84.
for crystallization.
Does any thermometer work, Chef, or does it have to be like a certain candy or chocolate
You
thermometer?
need a digital thermometer that can
Digital.
get to 130 degrees.
Okay,
At
let's.
least 130 degrees.
At
We're not
least-
making any sugar or candy, so you don't need temperatures that go,
okay.
or a thermometer that goes up words of temperatures past 300 degrees.
So should I try it right now? We are at 84, 86, 87. No, man, we need to baterle.
And as we're seeding, we're agitating the chocolate. So that means we're stirring it, making sure all the bits of cold chocolate melts into the hot chocolate and start cooling it down.
Awesome.
If at any point you still see little pieces of chocolate, you can put it back over the heat just to melt those down slightly. You don't want to go over your working temperature, which was 86 to 89 degrees. If you go over, then you have to start the tempering process all over again.
Oh my gosh! So then that means I have to melt it again.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you have? Do you think if I were a student and I'd say, I'm gonna make chocolates and sell them to like my friends, right? That's very common, right? I want to make chocolates and sell them to my friends, and they know I'm a chef, so they'll buy them. But what would be your advice? First, get molds. First, understand tempering. What would be the very first thing you would say if someone says, I wanna make chocolates and sell them on Instagram?
Definitely first understand the tempering process. If you don't understand it and you're just, melting chocolate and trying to put it in molds, you're not going to have that beautiful, shiny, smooth chocolate after you demold it.
Yeah.
You're not going to have
Yeah, that didn't
wonderful
happen over
smack
here.
that tempered chocolate has. It's just not going to have the same quality as tempered chocolate. Your chocolate will be dull and brittle, and just not beautiful. And
Not beautiful.
yeah,
And
also
chocolate should be beautiful, right? Or you guys like those Valentine's Day chocolate stuff, the little hearts that have those weird chocolate? No, the Valentine's Day hearts, like the H-E-B. You buy them and there's chocolates, there's different chocolates. And then they look real good, and then you pop one and you're like, what was that? That's mass produced. Not that there's nothing wrong with any of that chocolate. It's just that you're in culinary school, and this is what we're trying to teach you to, quality, treating of ingredients with skill, and then also elevating your palate, right? Being able to say like, oh yeah, that chocolate is not just dark or milk, but it's a 63% from Guatemala, or it's a 72% from whatever, right? This is why you're in culinary school, all right? Is to have that wealth of knowledge given to you by your instructors, to have historical references about chocolate, all right? So we're gonna go back into the boiler.
Yeah, so right now I'm going back into the double boiler just to help melt down the rest of this chocolate. So it is a long process. So you can see we've already been working on it.
It's been 49,000 minutes, and I still don't have a
We still don't have any
chocolate
chocolate truffles.
in my mouth. Okay. What about molds, Chef? Mira, these are cute.
Yeah, so there's various
Chef Ruben,
molds
can I get a
out on the
close-up?
market. Close up.
I'm gonna get a Chef Ruben close up for the molds.
Yes, there's various molds out on the market. Of course, you'll find the silicone molds more readily available than polycarbonate molds or
These are
the
fun.
magnetic molds. Unfortunately, I don't have any magnetic molds with me here today.
Wait, what are magnetic molds?
Magnetic molds are basically the polycarbonate mold, but they have magnets
Like-
on the sides. Yeah.
So then you can just
Yeah, you can-
tear it up.
Well, the magnetic molds are usually
higher, louder.
Sorry.
Chef Liz doesn't know how to be a chef celebrity yet. We're teaching her.
Well, usually magnet molds are because there are two of these polycarbonate molds stacked on top of each other, and they make a entire sphere. So it has a little hole at the very top, so that you can pour in your chocolate, and you have a complete bonbon or truffle.
Cool. Awesome. So these are, they looks like an ice cube tray, but it's specifically for, chocolate molds. Here are some hearts that she has that are quite beautiful. We made some. It's okay.
And what's
Don't look at
great
them.
about the polycarbonate molds is that you can do all kinds of designs on the inside using colored cocoa butter. You could do stripes. You can do little specks of colored designs. You can swirl it in with a paintbrush. But the difference with silicone molds, although they're more readily available, they're much easier for at-home bakers to use because you can easily pop them out. So whether you tempered your chocolate right or didn't, you can still get them out of the mold. With these polycarbonate molds, if you do not temper your chocolate correctly,
It's not gonna slide out.
Stuck, and they wouldn't come out very easily.
Whoa, that's a true skill thingy.
So
awesome.
silicone molds are fun. You can have, there's all different kinds. There's some where you can have these little thin designs. Of course, if you're making some with fillings, you want to make sure that they have a great depth, so you can put various fillings inside. But they have some for garnishes. Today we're going to use this mold for garnish.
Awesome. And then these, of course, for the chocolate ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
That we're eventually going to get to.
Eventually we'll get there. Okay, I'm going to check my temperature one more time, get it to a working state, which was 86 to 89 degrees.
That caramel is real nice. I mean, I'm not eating chocolate. No way.
So if you can see, my chocolate still has a little bit of chocolate that hasn't melted completely, but as I get it to the working state, it'll melt down.
All right. So Valentine's Day, one of the leading days of chocolate buying, right? I want to get some numbers. I want to figure out how much the United States sells chocolate. I like numbers. But before then, let's talk a little bit more about tempering. So it should be nice and shiny. What if I get bubbles, Chef? What if my chocolate gets bubbles in there? How do I get them out?
Once we get them into the mold, we're going to tap the molds. That's going to help release those bubbles and get a nice smooth surface, and just make sure that the chocolate disperses evenly throughout the mold.
Okay.
So now we're going to take our chocolate. You want to help me pour it into
No. So tools that you're gonna need also are gonna be spatulas. Wait, how do I get this? Like this? Woo!
Let's not get dirty. Some tools you're gonna need, obviously a saucepan, so that you can make your double boiler.
Is that good?
Or a bowl if you're just gonna do it in the microwave. Yeah, that's fine. You'll need some metal bowls, or again, you can use plastic bowls. I like metal because it retains the heat.
So metal bowls.
Yes. Some rubber spatulas. You want to have a bench scraper or even like a bowl scraper, those plastic ones. Of course, chocolate. And then any kind of mold that you're going to use.
And what chocolate are we using now?
Right now we're using dark chocolate. When you're tempering chocolate, you want to use curvature because the chocolate needs to have at least 30% cocoa butter.
Can we see that? No. Can we see it here? Woo! This is our chocolate. And let's see. How to read a chocolate label. Oh, Chef, can we get a little here? Chocolate label. There is always going to be a little chart of fluidity, right, Chef?
Mm-hmm.
And then fluidity means what? water content or?
Cocoa butter, the amount of cocoa butter. It's how fluid the chocolate will be once it's melted.
Okay, so
If it doesn't have that 30%, it's not going to be as.
Okay, so this one it says 37% fat. The cocoa solids 54.5%. So what this means, right? It's not just like dark chocolate. Again, what amount of dark chocolate is it? It's a 54.5%. Is it sugar content? It has 54.5% sugar or chocolate content?
Or cocoa butter.
A cocoa butter. Okay? So this is how you would understand a chocolate label. And believe me, when you come to campus, ask Chef Liz, Chef Ruben, Chef Jen to take you to our chocolate area, and we will give you a little tasting of each one, right, Chef?
Yes, Chef Nadia loves to taste.
I love to eat chocolate.
All the health benefits.
All of them. Here's why, guys. I worked for, and I wish I can show you a picture. When I used to pretend I was a baker back in the day. Chef Nadia was not always going to be a chef. I wanted to be a pastry person, actually. But then they broke my heart. And I worked for a chocolatier for a little bit. And I got very, very dirty. So he fired me. And then also, we work with some of the most expensive chocolates I was ever going to be in a room with. So I got the habit of popping a few in my mouth every time I had to go in for some more chocolate. I was like, ooh, I'm going to try this one. And I'm going to try this one. Guess what? Because I'm not going to be able to afford it. French, fancy chocolate. Yeah, like Lucy. And so that habit hasn't gone away. And I welcome it. I welcome it. Now it's tasting, right? Now I can taste the 63%. Now I can taste the 54%. Now I can taste the ones that I'm like, ugh, it tastes like chalk. And it's usually from Ethiopia and like a 50, 53 or something like that. My favorite chocolate is a 63 from Martinique. And yeah, all because I just tasted, okay? So it's important that you understand tasting is one of the most important things that we make sure that you do in culinary school. So, chef, you filled it up.
Yes.
And then you emptied it. I thought you messed up. I was like, what happened? Why are you putting it back?
No, I'm filling it up so I can get a nice little shell on my chocolate. This is for the cocoa bombs. And then I'm scraping off any excess so I have a nice clean edge as well.
So do you have to work pretty fast when you're doing that?
Especially when it's cold in the kitchen because your chocolate will set. And then when you try to clean the edges, you can break your the edges of your little sphere. And then you can have a nice clean edge when you put those two spheres together to make one little cocoa bomb. And then I'm going to empty this one out. I also did this little truffle silicone mold as well. I'm going to attempt, if you can see now it's harder for the chocolate to come out. You do want to shake it so you can get as much excess chocolate out and you have a nice layer for filling. The longer you wait, the thicker your
shell is going to be, right?
Going to be, which means that's less room for filling. And you want to have a good ratio of filling and shell, I guess. You want to have more filling in there.
This is so cool. We're making chocolate shell bombs. I mean, I'm sure you guys see it on TikTok all the time. I'm not on TikTok, but I think everything's on TikTok, right?
Yes. On TikTok, they do it a little different. They take a pastry brush or like a painting brush.
And then do it. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What's the difference between that technique and yours?
Well, you can get an even amount with the brush. This is a little different. You need to make sure you time things correctly. Again, if your kitchen's very cold and you leave your chocolate in there too long, then you're going to have a thicker shell than you want.
Okay.
So these are going to chill. We're going to put them in the refrigerator just for a little bit so we can chill them faster than leaving them out at room temperature. Ideally, you want to leave your tempered items out at room temperature to avoid any moisture being added to the chocolate. So some of the big things that happens to chocolate when either moisture comes into play or fat comes into play is blooming. So you'll see streaks on your chocolate. You'll see sometimes kind of like a gray, like casting on your chocolate.
Yeah, I see like chalky. It looks like
Yes, it
like
looks
chalky, yeah.
That doesn't mean that your chocolate is inedible. It just means that you don't have that beautiful shiny appearance.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this.
So that's why we don't normally put our chocolates in the refrigerator, because some refrigerators, depending on the amount of condensation, can create that moisture on your chocolate,
okay.
which causes the blooming. But for today, trying to get our chocolate
Yeah,
quickly
this is
set.
television, so we gotta go. All right, so what if, can I reuse this chocolate?
Yes, you can. So once it chills, it's going to harden, and you can take it out of the bowl, or right now we can put it on a sheet pan, and then you're just going to start this tempering process all over again.
Okay.
So I have excess chocolate, of course. I'm going to set this aside, and then I'll use it again whenever I need a tempered chocolate. If I had tempered it properly, it'll be nice and shiny. But of course, if there was some streaks, maybe there was some humidity, or while I was tempering the chocolate, some of the steam from the pot got into the chocolate. Again, you can retemper the chocolate and still get a nice shiny consistency at the very end. So I'm going to put this little guy away.
Woo!
I'm going to talk about the hot cocoa for your hot cocoa bombs. You can make your own. You can get store-bought. If you make your own, basically what you're taking is chocolate chips, grinding them down to a fine powder. You're adding,
These chocolate chips?
yeah, or you don't have to use this fancy chocolate chips.
But like just chocolate
You
chips,
just use chocolate
grind
chips,
it down.
Use chocolate chips, grind
Okay.
it down to get a nice powder. That's going to give your hot chocolate a nice, rich flavor.
Okay.
Versus maybe like a boxed hot
Yeah.
chocolate.
Or like abuelita.
Yes, abuelita. You can use abuelita if you want to.
Do you grind abuelita?
Yeah, you can grind abuelita.
Okay.
So you're just going to add the ground chocolate pieces, milk powder, powdered sugar,
Powdered sugar.
salt. If you
Salt?
Yes, salt. Salt makes everything better.
What?
This is the flavor of the ingredients here. Also,
Está rico.
cornstarch. That's going to give it a great mouthfeel and thicken up your hot cocoa. So basically, this is the powder that goes inside of your hot cocoa bomb. You can add marshmallows or sprinkles, and then when you encase it and put that hot cocoa bomb in warm chocolate, it all melts together, and then you have a delicious cup of hot cocoa.
Nice. All right.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is using our candy melts to make our hot cocoa bombs and our little molds.
Yes.
So at the store, they have all kinds of candy melts to use in colors and flavors now. You can get Oreo flavored
What?
candy melts. Right here, we got strawberry, artificially strawberry.
Artificial strawberry.
But
It's
Chef Nadia was
delicious.
enjoying this today.
A little too much.
Yes. They also have red and hot pink.
And these come in these little discs, right? So this is what that looks like, yeah.
And they make these really easy to use for the public. You can put them in the microwave. You can put them over a double boiler to melt them down. So Chef Nadia
We're
is going to
gonna
help us to do a double boiler.
Which one are we doing,
What
Chef?
would you like to melt down?
What color do you guys want the other chocolate bombs? White, pink, red, or other pink?
Pink.
Which pink? This
Light
pink
pink or hot pink?
or hot pink or white? I'd like to do a white one.
Okay, we can do white and then we can drizzle
Oh yeah, let's do some drizzle. And look, I have some.
Hot pink.
hot pink. Let's do both of these.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we
So-
can use a brush this time, and Chef Nadia can try.
Oh, the TikTok
making-
version. Yeah, I like the
Nadia's
TikTok
gonna do
version.
the TikTok version of.
All right, my baking
hot
dreams
cocoa.
are coming true. Wait, this brush?
You can use this brush right here.
Okay, I was gonna say it's
gonna
gonna
take
take me forever. All right, so there is a difference between melting this and melting the chocolate we did melt, right?
Yes.
This has a lot of hydrogenated oils. Ooh,
Like palm oil. or
Like,
you can
let's
make
see.
your own using coconut oil.
it has palm kernel oil, whey powder, which is milk powder. We have that here. cream powder, lactose. No tiene chocolate, guys.
Does not have chocolate.
This isn't chocolate.
fake.
But it tastes like chocolate. It's magic.
It's magic.
That's what it is. And again, right, it's all sugar, it's all candy. Not very good for you, but it's fun, right? And that's okay. So we're gonna make this chocolate bar. We don't try to teach you easy stuff that you can look on TikTok, but we understand that learning comes from different areas, right? So although bakers and serious chocolatiers would be like, that's not real chocolate. Don't be putting that on curriculum. Mm-hmm. We understand that you're going out and buying this and trying to understand the process of tempering, right? So we wanted to demonstrate you the culinary way with the other tempering methods, and then also this that can go into your microwave. And look, that was so fast, right? So there is, when you are deciding to play around with chocolate and you don't know how much to do and you don't know if you're going to have customers, you do want to play around with this before you get to buying the expensive chocolate, right? So we're going to do an overhead here and and what happens if we don't have a piping bag? Oh wait, I'm doing the brush. Oh, we're going to do
Well, if you don't have a piping bag, you could always just use a Ziploc bag.
And we're gonna use that right now.
And then you can, we're gonna use this for the details.
So I brush it like this? Okay.
I'll just on the table.
Oh, on the table. Sorry. Chef Ruben, on the camera, everybody. I know, it's just about this. Okay, she said, get even. Stop. Chocolate, you gotta go there. Oh, I gotta work fast. Okay, I'm trying to work like Picasso over here.
She's trying to be perfect.
Yeah, I am.
Just make sure you don't leave.
Oh, shoot, this is so hard. How do the TikTokers do it?
You're putting too much pressure. It's because she's a chef, not a pastry chef, right? Okay. She doesn't have the delicate hand. You're too rough with the chocolate.
I'm sorry. Is that more delicate?
Yes, it's better. But look, she does have a nice little technique there.
I'm trying.
A little swirl. It looks very even, except for the little edges there.
Oh my gosh. This is exactly what you'll learn if you take chocolates and convections. I hope she's nicer to her students. Where? Oh.
You have an opening and your hot cocoa is going to spill out.
No.
Nobody wants hot cocoa on the table. They want
I watched the Polar Express for the first time this year. And they have a hot cocoa song. Mm-hmm. Hot cocoa. No? Anybody?
Yes.
Does anybody still believe in Christmas? Yes. I didn't. I'm a total Grinch, and somebody made me watch that movie, and I was like, all right. I like the hot cocoa song. That's it.
Well, now that you know how to make hot cocoa bombs, you can sing that one.
And I can make hot cocoa bombs. We can remake the song. Mm-hmm. This is better. Nope. This is so hard. And how much do you guys buy these for? How much, Chef? How much do they sell? What? Expensive?
Candy melts?
These bombs. How much do you buy the bombs for?
The bombs, they go anywhere from $4 to $5 a bomb.
Okay, and then how much do these candy melts?
Candy melts, $2, $3. But normally you sell the bombs like by a pack. So you do like a 4-pack, a 6-pack. You can sell a dozen.
Okay, so then I'm looking at like if I buy a pack of bombs.
And as you can see, we didn't use the whole bag of the candy melts. We just used a little bit, maybe like a 1/4 cup, half a cup.
Right.
So you could make several of them with that one bag.
This is quite hard.
If you do not get the candy melts, you can also make your own coating chocolate by taking white chocolate and adding coconut oil to it.
Wait, what? What was that?
So if you don't buy candy melts, you could always make your own coating chocolate by adding white chocolate and coconut oil to it. The coconut oil is going to help it set, and you can put those in the refrigerator that way.
Okay.
They'll set.
So wait. You're saying I can buy regular white chocolate and add coloring, and I get this.
Well, you'll add coconut oil.
How much coconut oil?
That depends. You'll have to look at it.
Okay, but there is a ratio. I can't just be like. Okay, all right. We're going into the oven. How did I do, guys?
You did really good. They look
not bad, right? Mm-hmm. They better look beautiful. You think our other ones are ready?
I think so. Okay, so I'm gonna get some gloves on.
You guys, this is pretty, you know,
you want to melt down some of those so we can maybe garnish.
yes. You know, so this chocolatier that I worked for, one time he said, do you know what's more temperamental than a woman? So racist, so sexist. And then I was like, well, I don't know. And he goes, sugar. It's like, you don't want to turn around. And I think it's true, right? Because it'll betray you. I think he was going through a divorce, guys, so it's okay.
He sounded bitter.
Yeah, he sounded a little 64% bitter.
64% bitter.
Remember I told you there was a little bowl with a chocolate? The pink one? I asked that, ¿verdad? Okay. So we had actually done a few. Woo! Look at that. Pa enfrente, pa atrás.
I broke it.
Overview. She's got an overview shot.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
I broke it. That one might have been too thin. So when you are releasing them from the mold, you just have to be very careful because they do stick slightly and you can break them. Nobody wants a broken hot cocoa bomb. Okay. Okay, so now we have to decide how do we want to fill our hot cocoa bombs. Do we want to put hot cocoa in them? Do we want to utilize the chocolates that we made to deliver our beautiful chocolates to maybe your loved one or your friend or that special someone? You could use it as a little box for your chocolates.
That's cool. And those are we tempered, right? We tempered.
These
we
are
had
the
tempered earlier.
Chocolates. I tempered them earlier.
Mira.
I made a beautiful caramel filling. And then I also brushed them. So you can garnish your chocolates with all kinds of little powders. There's some shimmery glitter powders. There's actual glitter. You can take a little, You can take a little, move it over. Oh, okay. I'm not used to the camera. There we go. You can take little powders like this. There's some shimmery powders, glitter out there on the market. And you can take a little brush. I have this little sponge brush. But you can use any kind of brush, really. And you take the powder and brush it over your chocolates to give it a nice little effect. Now, instead of just being plain chocolates, they're metallic chocolates.
They're fancy, glittery
fancy
chocolates.
I don't know if you can see that. I also have a rose gold shimmery powder that you could use. So you'll just brush it all over the chocolate to give it this nice, more modern kind of touch or effect. These molds, you can find them online. I got these kind of geode looking heart-shaped molds on Amazon, and they're about $10. They have larger ones if you want to make a very big, I guess, presentation and fill with all kinds of goodies. I'm going to put it in bags.
I got it.
So you can use it like this. If you decide to just do the hot cocoa bomb, what you're going to do is you're going to take your hot cocoa mix.
Hot cocoa.
I'm going to use my little scoop and pour my hot cocoa into the little bowls. It's usually about like 2 to 3, no, it's like 3 tablespoons in there. If you had marshmallows, you can put your marshmallows in there. And you're probably wondering, how am I going to seal this together?
With a kiss. Get it?
So you
Seal
would
it
warm
with
up
a
a
kiss.
plate if you're at home in the microwave until it's nice and hot. I'm going to warm up this metal plate that I have here. Let me just move this. You want it really hot, so just be careful and make sure that you're holding any hot surface with a towel so you don't burn yourself.
This is so cool.
You're going to take your chocolate mold, you're going to rub it on top of this hot pan, and then you're going to put it right on top of the sphere.
Sorry guys, I gotta get this.
And you're also going to take some of this chocolate and rub it on the sides to kind of seal it in.
That's so cool.
Of course, you want to work with gloves so that you don't leave any fingerprints on your chocolate.
So this is what you have to do every single time you make a sphere?
Yes.
No wonder it's $5.
Yes, because it is.
No, sí, mija, sí. Mucho trabajo,
so this
mucho
is your hot
trabajo.
cocoa bomb. So a nice little bomb that you can drop in some warm milk to make a delicious cup of hot cocoa. Chef
Beautiful.
Nadia warmed up some our cutting melts. We're gonna cut a little.
Yeah, hurry, we gotta
It's
run.
ready. Okay, we're gonna cut a little snippet off of the edge, and then we're gonna start designing our hot cocoa bomb. We're just gonna drizzle.
Just like TikTok.
Just like TikTok, right? And then we can use various garnishes. I made a little Valentine's Day sprinkle blend. Has little hearts and various sprinkles. We could put one of these little tempered chocolates on top.
And then you always want to use, so you want to use the chocolate kind of like a glue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you, oh, mira, okay, bueno. Will you be my Valentine?
Will you be my Valentine?
Sweet. And we have these other little ones that we brushed, well, that you brushed,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
With these little pouties. And you have,
You could also decorate your little truffles and put them in little mini cupcake lighters and put them in a little mini box. So now you have your own box of chocolates.
whoa.
And then do you want to get your
Over.
white chocolate to see if it's ready?
Yes, I want to get the white
And then Chef
chocolate.
Nadia's going to make her own.
Do you guys, let's take this time to ask any questions. What do you think? Are you guys gonna make your own? Or are you gonna put in an order with Chef Liz?
Okay, you're going to try?
Let me hear something in the
I think you
chats.
want to put the truffles.
What do you think? You think this is pretty doable? Is this something you would like to try? Is this something some of y'all have done? I'm sorry,
Put an order in.
she wants to put an order in, but you guys can do it.
$30.
$5,900.
$5,900.
Question, Chef Liz.
Yes.
Is there a way that you can fix your bomb from broken?
Oh,
If you break it, I would say just melt down your chocolate again because that is hard to make it look beautiful. Let's say you broke the bomb like on the edge. You could
I'm so scared to.
try to melt it back together, or take some chocolate and kind of bend that little opening. Or you can just keep that towards the back, and as you're drizzling, just try to cover that little speck. Be careful. But as far as if you break it in half, that would. Ooh, look at Anna's shiny.
That was so stressful.
Chef Nadia did such a great job. Look at this; it's beautiful.
I'm trying not to break it, so but it is. I think this one's a little more solid.
Oh yeah, there you
Ooh,
go. Yes. And so if you see here on Chef Nadia's, she has a little bit of excess, maybe because we didn't clean off the edges.
I didn't.
That's okay.
I
because
didn't clean
as
it.
you're melting the sides, that's going to melt down, and you're going to have a nice clean edge to work with.
yeah, which might not be a bad, but yes, I did not clean. Did you catch that on camera, Chef?
What did she do? She eat something?
It popped out and it fell. Look, my
Pastry
huevo. Oh, nailed it. I think there's a show about that.
Here it is. Okay.
All right, so she said, heat up your plate.
Okay, wait, you want to do this way?
Yeah.
Oh, burn myself. It's okay.
We are
Don't
having
do
so
that.
many
Don't do that.
technical difficulties
Oh
here.
my goodness.
Did you
Okay.
grab it with your bare
I grabbed
hand?
the hot plate. I
Are
don't
you
know,
okay?
I don't know.
It's like, no, pastry,
okay.
pastry chef woes. I won't make that
I
same
have no
mistake.
feelings in my hand anymore. So
All right, wait,
fine.
this way?
Yeah, you're just gonna rub it on there, and then just move it off fast because it melts.
Okay. And then?
Uh-huh. Well, you want to wait because you want to fill it now. So do you want to fill it with chocolates this time? Or you want to do hot cocoa?
Let's do hot cocoa. Because you didn't do hot cocoa.
I did
You
hot
did,
cocoa then,
okay,
so you
okay,
do
okay.
chocolates.
So yeah, we'll
And you
do
can put sprinkles in there, and we'll
a
crack it open.
little here, one there. But I would like mine to have some red.
Okay.
Let's see.
It stays on.
No, I did not live my chocolate red fantasy.
Put a little bit more.
Whoa. Is this edible glitter? Wait,
It
did
is
we talk
edible
about
glitter.
that?
It is edible glitter.
Where do we find all that, Chef?
You can find edible glitter and these shimmery glitters at, well, the shimmery powders, you can find them at Michael's and Joann's Fabrics. But these glitters, you can find at the baking supply store. So there is a baking supply store downtown McAllen called MG's. There is a baking supply store in Far called Bake a Cake. And then there's one in Westaco if you live in the Mid-Valley called Angie's Bake Shop. And they do have these edible glitters. They also have some other powders, like a silver or gold powder. Oh, I just get it as even as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Then it's hot.
Oh, she said do it with gloves, guys.
Yes.
She said do it with
But
gloves.
it's white chocolate. You can't see those fingerprints as much as you can see with the dark chocolate.
And also, if I'm selling this, I don't want my fingers on
You
it.
definitely don't want your fingers all over
So
it.
Chef Nadia is this is why I'm a cook, not a baker.
Yes. If you were working in a restaurant and you wanted to serve chocolates to your customers, you don't have to have a complete sphere. You could do a little semi-sphere and put all the chocolates inside and present that at the final, as the final dessert for your guests. So
Kinder chocolate. No one said Kinder was their chocolate.
Did you want to do any kind of garnishes? I don't know if you have enough, or if it's even melty.
No, it's not melty still. It's pretty hard.
Try to warm it up.
You go like this. No. All right. Well, we have about 5 minutes left. Do you guys have any other questions on chocolate tempering, on where to buy this stuff, on the chocolates and confections class? Any questions? Chef, do they need a prerequisite to take chocolates and confections?
Yes, sanitation fundamentals.
So you need to make sure, if you want to take the chocolates class here, you have sanitation completed and fundamentals of baking, correct? So this stuff's not chocolate, that's so wild.
Do you want to break it open?
You break it open.
I don't know if I can break it
I mean, they saw what's in it.
I know, but it's the front of it.
Beautiful. We made some chocolate bombs. We made some truffles. The only thing we didn't get to do was roll the truffle and roll it in some fun stuffs. But it's basically, the chocolate that we did. Thank you so much.
We don't have to.
And, ¿cómo se dice? So, I don't know. I'm not going to break it. I don't want to break it.
You gotta break one of them.
Yeah, we gotta break one of them.
Oh, well, you break it. I mean, we just assembled it. I don't understand why we have to break it.
So you can.
What did David say? David said something smart. I know it.
You want to see it broken? So look at the piñata.
Do it.
Just break it?
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
Valentine's Day surprise.
There you go.
And sprinkles.
Fun stuff, guys. Thank you all
fun.
so much for joining us. Next week, next Monday, Chef Ruben and I are going to show you how to make your own Valentine's Day dinner for two. If you're single, you better eat some more the second serving, all right? We just want to show you an alternative to cooking some really fun staples that are Valentine's Day forward, and also teaching you a little bit of, I think we might do lobster tail, Chef. I don't know. We might do a ribeye. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. But I know it's going to be a full course meal from appetizer, salad, entree, and dessert. Last year we did a ribeye and, what was it? Ribeye and lobster tail, I think, no, or was it?
I think it was filet.
It was fillets? No, because the two ribeyes, we made it into a heart. Remember?
Aww.
That's how they sell it now. All right. So thank you all so much. If you don't have any questions for logging in, thank you. And we'll see you next month. Thank you so much, Chef.
Yes, thank you.
Take her class now.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.